Hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your weekly forecast. This is from the 12th of April, Sunday, all the way to the 18th of April. There's a lot going on this week as we have Mercury entering Aries, and we have a new moon also in Aries. Actually, there's a lot going on in Aries in your seventh house. So we're going to dive in on my notes here. I'm Raisa Lima. I'm an astrologer using Western Tropical Zodiac and the whole house sign system. So I recommend you watch your rising sign first, then your sun and your moon. As when I put the chart, I when I pull the chart, I put your sign, so Libra, at 0 degrees in the ascendant, in the rising. So the houses will fall into places. If you have your chart birth, you'll understand that the teams will make more sense. All right, let me share my screen and let's dive in. I'm looking at my computer here. Wait. Share, share, share. All right, let me do it like this. Small, the corner. And just a second. Okay. Here we are. You can see my screen. Here we have Libra at 0 degrees. And as I said, there's a lot going on your seventh house, which is relationship and partnership. Actually, there's so much, there's a very good fortune. I'll say this week is very special and be one of the best weeks for you, especially with with Venus, your ruler in Taurus, making a sextile to Jupiter. That is big expansion and good luck, and it's good for romance and all of that. We're gonna talk about it. Um, so as we start this week on Sunday, the moon is still in Aquarius, and that means you might still be a little detached, emotionally detached, mentally detached. Um, the moon will shift the next day to Pisces. I'm talking, by the way, I'm in Dubai, so we are 4 hours ahead of UTC. So if you are somewhere else in the world, make the mathematics, because sometimes I talk about the time, I mean, the perfection, or what time, for example, the new moon will happen. So it's always for us here in Dubai, but you can calculate according to your time zone. So on Sunday, what we have first is that the moon, as you can see, is in conjuncting Jupiter. And it's a mismatch between what you feel and what you expect. It's just two energies. They're not talking the same language here. The moon, as I said, in Aquarius, can be needing space in your fifth house, to be relating to pleasure, to fun, to romance, or to your children. And Jupiter in Cancer, Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. He's in your 10th house, which is the house of career, of profession. And Jupiter here wants to expand, and to be attached, and there are teams, especially Jupiter can signify one of your children. Cancer could be your mother. So there could be some family or relatives teams here. They're just not talking the same language. It's not big, but you might overestimate what you can handle emotionally, or socially, or with your family, or with your profession. And on the same day, at the same time, actually, the moon is squaring Venus. So now there is a little bit of tension in relationship, and now I would say maybe something with one of your children or your children. Um, yeah, it's not dramatic, but it can be uncomfortable. So you might feel off or misunderstood, or not fully appreciated for what you've done. So those are the teams again. Yeah, I would say something with the children, or romance could be as well, someone that you're seeing, but maybe not your you're not married, you're just dating someone and you don't feel really appreciated, or this person is not taking the time or not understanding you the way you want to. Those could be some of the story. And but despite all this tension, now, as I said, Venus and Jupiter, they are in good alignment, or they are talking to each other. So there is an underlying opportunity, yeah, for connection and for sweetness. And this is a very auspicious alignment, and it's going to be going on the whole week. And at its peak, the strongest day will be on the 13th, the next day on Monday. That's the perfection, as we call here, 13th of April. Um, and that can bring really expanded good love, good fortune. Could be related to Venus, is the ruler of romance, pleasure, love, beauty, arts. Yeah, and Jupiter is here to expand all of that in your eighth and 10th house. It could be related, yes, to um, work, career, but the eighth house is also shared resources or money that does not come from your paycheck. It could be yeah, money from taxes, gambling, winning the lottery. You could win the lottery if you play, or from your spouse, your family. With Jupiter in Cancer, it could be that you just receive a message that someone from your family left a million or two, I don't know, some money or some inheritance for you, or those are the teams. And it's going to be going on for the whole week. But the peak will be on Monday, on the 13th. As we move to the 13th, by the way, let's keep going. Now the moon is still in Aquarius in the morning. It will shift to Pisces throughout the day in the afternoon. But now the moon here is, we start the day with the moon in the very edge of Aquarius. Yeah, it's 29 degrees at noon, actually. So in the morning will be 26, and then when it's at noon, it will reach 29 degrees, which is what we call an anaretic degree. And so there is this last minute realization before the moon shift to Pisces, or feeling that something need to click suddenly, or things like that. And also at that time, around noon, it is on, I would say, throughout the day, but at its peak in at noon, as the moon moves pretty fast. But at this time, the moon will be squaring Neptune, sorry, Uranus here in Taurus on your eighth house. So it's expect the unexpected. There might be some surprises or some unpredictable events relating, again, money coming from nowhere. Could be positive, regarding romance, regarding pleasure, regarding love, regarding your children, maybe a surprise. One of them might tell you that they're gonna have their she's pregnant, or he's expecting a baby. Those are the some of the stories or the themes that could happen on this day, on Tuesday. So I would say keep your plans quite flexible, but expect the unexpected on Monday. And then after the moon shift to Pisces, so now the moon is enter Pisces, and the sharp edges dissolves completely. So the logic fades and the sensitivity rises. It's more introspective, and it's a lot intuitive, and also slower. So you're more tuned into your emotions, into your feelings. and the moon shifts to your sixth house. So it's emotions with your work, employees, service, health. It's a good time to take care of yourself, work, routines, duties, employment. Those are the themes for the sixth house, pets as well. And on this day, what we have on the 13th, on Monday. Yeah. So in the evening here, around 6 p.m. here in Dubai, the moon we have already on this day Mars and here Mars and Neptune. What I'm talking about Mercury, Mars and Neptune in conjunction and in 2 degrees, and the moon will shift and on, gonna conjunct them as well. Gonna join the party. So Mars is action, is courage, is what pushes forward. Mars is in his kingdom in Aries, but Neptune, we have the moon in Pisces, and the ruler of Pisces is Neptune, and Neptune is in Aries. Neptune is dissolutions and illusions and can dissolve things as well. Um, so there is a push to act, which is Mars, but with confusion or some idealism, that's Neptune. So you feel like doing something, but you're just not 100% sure what or why you should do that. Um, I would say follow your instinct, trust your intuition, because maybe very tuned, and again, could be related, yes, to work, to your relationships as well, because Mars and Neptune are on the seventh house. So you might have a strong intuition that something needs to go, so you need to let go on someone or on some relationship or even some partnership, someone from work, someone that you work with, and that is not doesn't have the best interest for you, or is not, really your friend, or one of your colleagues that's a bit like you feel that, and it's time to cut, to sever, to let go. I think this is what Mars and Neptune will do here in your seventh house, related to your sixth house. As we move to Tuesday, the 14th, now the moon is fully in Pisces, but uh, continues to blur a little bit the edges of reality. But today it flows. Yeah, it will flow instead of confusing. So now the moon is settled. Here the moon uh, and the moon will first sextile. Um, what did I put here? Ceres. In the morning, it's gonna be a sextiling Ceres, and that can be quite nurturing, gentle, um, quietly supportive energy as well. It's an act of care. So you might want to cook, to comfort, or to check in with someone, and or simply better take care of yourself. That's what the moon and Ceres will do. Ceres. In the evening, around 7 p.m. here in Dubai, the moon will be trining Jupiter. As we can see here, there is a trine already. It's happening the whole day. It's going to be stronger at 7 p.m. And that brings a lot of expansion. So there is a sense of emotional relief and optimism, even good luck, I would say. Conversations flow better, moods lift, and things feel lighter. Related to work, your career, I think those are the themes that are on highlight here, because it's the sixth and the 10th house. 10th house is your achievement. It, it's also the 10th house is also authority, someone ahead of you. So there might be some nice conversation, or when emotions are aligned, and you feel better about whatever is happening at work or with your career. As we move to the 15th, Wednesday, now the moon's at 26 degrees in Aries around noontime, and it will shift in the evening to Aries. Sorry, it's in Pisces. Yeah, we start with the moon in Pisces during the day, and in the evening the moon will shift to Aries. So on this day, what we have is Mercury in Aries. So when the moon shifts in the evening, the first thing she will do, it will be a conjunction to Mercury. Mercury in Pisces is when the communication becomes bold, fast, and direct. People tend to speak the truth without thinking about it. So when the moon joins, and the moon now will be also in Aries, that can bring a little irritation or emotion. It's when emotions and words collide. So reactions are very immediate, honest, blunt, and intense. So conversation can spark breakthroughs or ignite arguments in seconds. My advice, especially on this day, because it's in your seventh house of partnership, relationship, allies, enemies, don't pick a fight, don't start any conversation that is important, or there will be how can I say, even if someone approach you and say, hey, let's have a conversation, try to push to another day. I wouldn't suggest to discuss anything on the 15th on Wednesday. I will avoid if you can. Because at the same time, we have Mars sextiling Juno. This is a very good alignment here. Juno is about commitment and marriage, and again, partnerships. So this conversation most probably will be, although Mars and June are supporting each other, yeah, because beneath the impulsiveness, there is a drive towards commitment and its alignment and real partnership dynamics. So it is supporting an action within relationships. But again, all these planets and Mercury in Aries, I still believe that would be better to postpone if you have to get a serious conversation with your partner or your um, significant other. Let's move to Thursday, 16. Now we have the moon in Aries, all in. Is gonna pass through all those. Look what we have on your seventh house. We have Mercury, Neptune, Mars, Saturn, the moon, the sun, and Chiron, not counting the midheaven here. It's a very, very feisty or fiery energy for you. Seventh house, as I said, it's about your relationship, marriage, alliance, conflicts as well with others, and also contracts and legal matters. So there is a lot going on for you the whole month of April and in your seventh house. But the moon here, first it will make a conjunction to Saturn early in the morning for us, and that's emotional breaks. So it's when Saturn is about restriction. Saturn is, you may feel restricted or very serious or confronted with reality. So Saturn wants to bring responsibilities and boundaries. And a little bit impulsive though, but he's here to teach you a lesson regarding relationships. So with the moon, that can be very emotional about that and very impulsive as well. And then the moon will square later. The moon will square Jupiter. And as you can see here, so the moon squaring Jupiter for us will be perfect, I think, at 11 p.m. in the evening. But as you see at 12 o'clock, it's already doing it. And this is when it goes from restriction, Saturn, to excess or overreaction, Jupiter. So exaggerations, doing too much, saying or feeling too much. So be very, very careful with this day, with Thursday as well, with the moon roaming around your seventh house and talking to all of those planets. Um, then we have, because look, Jupiter, Jupiter rules your third house of communication, and Saturn rules your fourth house of home, family, house, where you live. So there might be some communications coming either to your neighbors, to your siblings, to your wife, your kids at home, that can become very, how can I say, very fiery and not really, not in a, it's not that it's not in a positive way, but you just need to be careful. You just got to be patient and not impulsive. Watch the words, listen more, speak less. Um, and the same day, my God, there's a lot going on this day. We have Mars here, sextiling Pluto and Juno. So this is really power move energy. Yeah? Strategic, is focused, is intense, very intense. And if you channel this energy well, um, it will work at your favor. That means it's transformation through action. But if you don't, then it can bring some power struggles. And Mars, where is your Scorpio house? Those two, they rule your second house, which is your house of finances and money and values. So pay attention. They are here in a good alignment, supporting each other and transforming. Um, Again, with it's asking you to move and to, I see as a very good alignment, actually. This is a good one. Then we have the sun on the same day, the sun conjuncting Chiron. We see here 26 degrees, 26 degrees. There's a little or a lot of core wound that will surface. And it's not to hurt, but to heal you in some way. So this can bring some vulnerability, honesty, and deep awareness around identity, uh, confidence, past pain regarding your relationship. So some traumas from previous relationships, some stories, some wounds, that something that wasn't healed in your past relationships that might come to surface on this day. And then last, Mercury, and well, yeah, we have Mercury with Neptune here as well. So that can bring some blurred thinking, some intuitive downloads as well, or confusions, illusions, mixed signals. But it's really good. It's amazing for creativity, spirituality, or emotional expression. So that's a loaded day. My God, Thursday is very, I think I should do one video just for Thursday. Let's move on to Friday, 17. Still a lot going on here. And this day is big because we have a new moon in Aries. New moon are new beginnings. And Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, so it's the beginning of a new cycle. So you're starting something here, and again, relating. It could be a new contract. It could be a new relationship, a new partnership. But this, again, remember I spoke the day before that the the sun would be conjuncting Chiron. Now the moon and the sun, so the new moon is supported by Chiron. So it's a wounded rebirth, we say. So it's a new beginning that asks you to face something very raw regarding your identity, your courage, rejection, self-worth. Because our Aries here is pushing you to start, to start a new cycle of something, to start a new beginning. But Chiron, is saying you have to heal first. So it can feel tender, but very exposing as well. And then the next day, by the way, the new moon will happen here in Dubai at 3:55 p.m. in the afternoon. The next day, I don't have it written. We have the moon shifting from Aries to Taurus. Now she is in exaltation. She's in a happy place. Libra, for you is really good because you like things to be balanced and you like harmony. And the moon in Taurus is very stable, is very grounded, it slows down a lot from the moon in Aries. And she'll enter your eighth house, bringing comfort. It's taking care of the self. Is the your senses are more open, like the smell, the touch, the taste. Um, so yeah, she'll be there for another 2.5 days. I'll talk about it on the next video. And this is what I have for you. So before you leave, I'm gonna pull one tarot card and one message from the angels. Let's see, in here on my chair. So let's see what is the focus, what you have to focus this week. What do you have to focus? What does my lovely Librians, libraries, librarians, kidding, woo, the Queen of Swords. I like the Queen of Swords. It's air energy. Yeah, it could be actually it is Libra. It's you. It's very you. Wow. Yeah, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, but that's very you. The Queen of Swords, she embody all the aspects and from the suit. Yes, she is. She knows her value. She knows who she is. She's very intelligent, but she's ready to cut people's throat. It's like, don't BS me. I'm here. I know what I want. I know I'm the best. I know what I get. Um, but I'm ready to cut throats if I have to. So that's nice. I like that. Yeah, be the Queen of Swords. Be own the kingdom. Own your seat. Be strong and oops. Oof. Okay. 8989. You are worthy. Self-worth, belief, empowerment, letting go, confidence, inner strength. That's the Queen of Swords. Let go of limiting beliefs that hold you back. When you believe in yourself, you open doors to possibilities and growth. What limiting beliefs are stopping me from achieving my goals? How can I begin to believe in my own worth? Write down one limiting belief you have about yourself, then challenge it by writing a positive affirmation. Practice this daily to build your confidence and sense of self-worth. That's beautiful. All right. Libra, this is what I have for you. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this content, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. You're new to my channel, and so am I. I'm new to my channel too. This is all new for me, so I'm still adapting. And my apologies for my Portuguese thinking and English translation, and anyway. But I hope you got the content, and I hope it helped you to flow throughout the week. take those energies in a positive ways. Astrology is not here to rule your life, but to guide you. How can you work with those energies at your favor? Is once you understand the pattern or you recognize uh, um, the things that are happening and why those cycles keep coming back to our life, this is when you can break them and no longer um, stay in the same loop or making the same mistake. So it's just a matter of okay, now I see, I understand, I stay away, or I see, I understand, I'll take it, and I'll take it. I'm gonna use it at my favor. But again, thank you, and I'll see you again next week. Thanks for watching. Let me turn this one off.